Right.
Well, come get a blanket. I've got a whole bunch.
I need something because I'm freezing.
Fur. Well, boo.
Boo hiss.
Yeah. Yeah. It cannot make up its mind what it wants to be today. I went to go pick up my boots from the repair shop, and I said something about it being rainy, and the fellow said something about it being sunny the rest of the week. So
there ain't no telling.
Nope. Nope. All I know is that I have peanut butter and honey toast.
There you go.
That's all I know. Hey, Snazzy, how's it going?
Hey, Snazzy.
Please drive safely.
Yes, please do be safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I attempted to expand my horizons with reading a different era, and it didn't turn out to be my favorite. So,
you know.
Yeah, I should go back to reading what I like.
Not allowed.
Too bad.
I forbid it.
Did you become my mother when I wasn't looking?
You know how I feel about your mother. I didn't raise you to be like this. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no. No. I'm pretty sure I can do whatever I would like to in terms of cultivating my own reading experience, curating my own experience.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. If I'm going to be like that?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever.
Mm-hmm. What are you reading today?
I have 8 chapters of a buddy read, which is Steeped in Gold.
Ooh.
And then if I finish that during sprints, I will probably start This Poison Heart.
Okay. Who wrote This Poison Heart?
Kaylin Bayron.
Okay. Excellent. Hooray, hurrah.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So, that.
Yes. Hey, Toya.
Hey, Toya.
Toya is reading Put Out to Pasture by Amanda Flower. I hope it's good. I don't know that. Toya, Jen is always being bossy. Jen took it upon themselves to be my older sibling many years ago and has not given up the privilege since.
You needed it.
I'm not arguing against that one, but
somebody had to raise you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Snazzy started Aru Shah. Excellent.
Very good. Very good.
Excellent. How is it? Enjoying it thus far? Okay. Good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good.
And I believe
a huge mess with this sandwich.
Oops.
Oh well.
Oops. And I think we have nailed down a date for the McKay's thing.
Yes, we're doing that on the 18th.
Excellent. Toya loves Arusha, has number 3, but hasn't read it yet. Well, that's the good thing about having it. It will stick around. Yep.
I have not read any of Arusha yet, but I'm going to.
That's about how it goes. There are so many good books. How are we supposed to read them all?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When I die, bury me with my TBR. Maybe I'll have to get to it.
I mean, is there going to be room? That the TBRs are so big?
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe just download everything to my Kindle and bury me with that.
That sounds slightly more feasible. Be like, well, we've got these 2 pallbearers for the casket, and we've got 17 pallbearers for the rest of the TBR.
Right.
We will need a whole new pyramid just for the library.
whole new pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2,000 years, when archaeologists find me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People all out here worried about how they're going to get buried or whatever. Nobody talks about how the TBR is going to be put in.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How is everyone coping with the aftermath of the time change?
Not well.
Yeah.
Not well.
My husband was talking about getting a Red Bull today. He has mostly gotten himself off of caffeine. Well, aside from like his morning coffee or whatever. He used to be like a 3 monsters a day kind of a thing. But he's done so well, but he was thinking about one today. He didn't do it, but he was thinking about it. Mm-hmm. I thought about getting a caffeinated lemonade when I went into Panera.
How come you didn't?
Because I don't need the extra caffeine. I got a tea instead. I don't want to have the caffeine keep me up, and then I'm taking the melatonin to try to put myself to sleep, and then everything's just chaos.
Fair enough.
I am trying an experiment with first light. People say that if you get out and like the first thing you do in the morning when you get up is you go outside for like 10 minutes early in the morning or whatever, your brain gets used to that being like morning, and it's supposed to help with the circadian adjustment or something like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I left my work phone inside and went outside for 10 minutes this morning.
I approve of this. Hey, Audrey.
Hey. How's it going? What you up to? So I had Captain D's earlier, got some funnel cake sticks, and they had the nerve to not have no caramel sauce.
Rude.
I went and got fries earlier, and they had no ketchup.
Unbelievable.
I know. In happier news, I got a new notebook today.
Excellent. I want to see it. Oh, pretty.
Yeah. So I was looking for a specific brand that they did not have, but you know, basic notebook. I did not have any dotted ones, but this is just for note taking, so it's less critical than the Bujo. And it was TJ Maxx, so it was not an unreasonable price, which is how we like it. Yes. Yep. Oof. Come along. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, fortunately, it is pie week this week.
We like pie.
We do. So I need to know what kind of pie everybody is having for pie week. Or at least what kind of pie people are dreaming about for pie week if they're not going to go get any. Because I might not go get any, but I'm going to at least dream about some strawberry rhubarb.
I think you should get some.
We shall see. I think the hardware stores near you need to have strawberry rhubarb like ours does. So that
just anybody around here needs to have it.
Yes, I would be down with that. I would accept your grocery stores having just plain rhubarb, because if you could find rhubarb, I would make strawberry rhubarb cobbler. But I'm having a terrible time finding anybody who even sells rhubarb these days. Used to be there was one grocery store that had it, and now they don't.
Yes, Snazzy, she gets pie at the hardware store.
We have a local pie company. It's more local to where I used to live than where I do live, but we have a local pie company, and they have a contract with the Ace Hardware stores. And so all of the Ace Hardware stores for a certain number of miles or whatever in a certain radius have a little freezer like they would for the ice creams in the little convenience stores or whatever, and you just open up your little thing and you pull out a pie right by the checkout. They have apple and peach and strawberry rhubarb and I think a couple of others, but fruit pie. A couple of them have options for crumb toppings. The strawberry rhubarb unfortunately does not, but yes, I get my pie from the hardware store. Like a proper carpenter's wife. Toya likes a chocolate chess pie, which is not like a chocolate pie.
Yeah, chocolate chess pie is different. Chess pie has cornmeal in it.
Okay.
Yep. Gives it texture.
So is it like chocolate mixed into the chess pie mixture kind of a thing?
I think so.
I'm looking this up now. Let's see.
2.5 white sugar, 3 tablespoons. Oh, it's unsweetened cocoa powder.
Okay.
2 large eggs, a can of evaporated milk, a 1/4 cup melted butter, a teaspoon vanilla extract. This doesn't have cornmeal in it. Interesting.
Chess pie is a dessert with filling composed mainly of flour, butter, sugar, eggs, and sometimes milk. It's similar to pecan pie without any nuts. So I guess if you add cocoa into it, because I thought I'd had chess pie before and it reminded me of that pecan base.
I thought it had...
I don't think Let's see.
I must be wrong because I thought it had cornmeal in it for texture. I must be thinking of something else.
Well, there is a version of chess pie that has cornmeal in it. Some people will put cornmeal in their chess pie custard because it helps to thicken it up. Flour for thickness and cornmeal for body.
Yeah, this person says it makes a thin crust on the top of the pie.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, so I'm not nuts. That's good to know.
I mean,
not about this. Anymore.
I wouldn't rule that out, but this is not the reason that you're nuts.
Right.
Okay. But it drives Toya crazy when it tastes like a brownie. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do like a brownie though. Brownies are good.
Not a brownie.
Mm-mm. No, I was yeah.
I'm a big fan of fruit pies. Apple, cherry, peach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of fruit pies.
Me too. Yeah, that sounds very good. My mother wanted a cherry crumb cheesecake one year for her birthday. And so I had to figure out how to make that. That was good. I have not made it since because it was also difficult to make, but it was good.
Yeah.
Peach cobbler, yes. If you ever want real good peach cobbler, hit Jen up. Jen knows the place. I may have chosen the Airbnb where we're staying when we go visit Jen, in part based on its proximity to that restaurant.
Yeah, when you're going to get that, I don't know, but there you go.
Yeah, I don't either, but maybe, yeah.
Anyway, vanilla bean ice cream, yes.
Or French vanilla.
Vanilla bean.
French vanilla.
Oh.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
How's it going? What you up to?
Vanilla bean is better than French vanilla.
I don't know. I'm hard pressed to beat a real good French vanilla. It's just creamier. Yeah. But always fruit cobbler warmed up with a little bit of ice cream on top.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the ice cream.
You got to see those vanilla beans in there.
Well, I see vanilla flecks in my French vanilla. I don't know.
That's vanilla bean, Snazzy.
See, I thought it was both, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, Sebastian was playing in the sprinkler.
Yay.
Which I'm amazed at kids being able to play when it's this cold out. Like playing in the water, rather.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how cold it is where Jamie's at.
I just look at it being March and make assumptions, but that's not necessarily accurate.
See? That's what you get for making assumptions.
Uh-huh. Boo hiss.
As you said, that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, vanilla bean.
Yeah. Have you ever made your own vanilla? That's a fun thing to do.
I have not. I don't have that kind of money.
I mean, the price varies, but if you make it from Costco, it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, I don't have a Costco membership, so.
Yeah. There was a point at which it was like $70 for a thing of vanilla, so it was cheaper to make your own, but I don't think that is the case right at this present moment.
Snazzy says kids are impervious to cold, but it's 78 where Jamie is, so.
Oh, okay, well, never mind. Snazzy has seen it made. Seems like too much time and effort. It definitely does take some time, but like passive time. So as long as you know like 6 months in advance, you're fine. Well, all it is your vanilla bean and
some vodka.
Yeah. Get the cheap stuff from Costco and you just keep it going. Yeah. I think I have 3 things of vanilla in here right now, but I have not started another one since I got married. And Toya's youngest minion of terror loves the cold as well.
There you go. Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever works.
Oh,
whatever works. Yeah.
Well, I was up too late last night because I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole. And then I didn't get enough sleep. And then I was up and I didn't take a nap. So,
oops.
Yeah.
That'll get you.
Yep.
That will definitely get you. Well,
I'm cold too, Toya, and I don't have the air on. I have a little heater right next to me. Hey, Princess.
Hey, Princess, what's up? What you doing?
Right, Snazzy? I feel that.
Yeah. I have 2 blankets right now.
Right.
And it's 67 in my house. It's not freezing. Just chilly.
Yeah.
I was fine until my husband insisted on going to work. Yeah. Well, he should know that it is his job to be my my personal heater.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sure it's in the contract somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Just enough to send this email. Yay.
There we go. Yes. Get it done and get out of there.
Yep. Damn right.
Yes, I would like a heat lamp. Yes. I want a little hammock with a very nice bit of warmth above me. I did find the needle. Yes. The needle has been located. But yes, I would like to be in a nice little hammock with a nice warm sun above me. Possibly a light breeze.
No breeze.
Just a light one. I want it to be warm enough for the light breeze to be pleasant. Very light breeze.
I'm iffy on that.
Okay.
I'm iffy on that.
Okay. Yeah. But all right. You got 5 minutes, Princess. 5 minutes, and then we're gonna do a sprint, and I need to know what you're reading then.
Oh, printing out the magical readathon stuff. Oh yeah, I need to get that. Did we put a link to that in the Discord, Princess? Reading The Book Eaters.
Okay.
Okay.
Snazzy would go with the breeze on and off. I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be a constant breeze, just, a light bit of wind every now and then. Princess says no, but...
Oh, no, there's the drive. Okay. I got it, Princess. We're good.
All right, cool.
I'm good. Cancel.
Let's see if this comes in a slightly longer timer. Do we want to do a 45 or a 30 for our first sprint?
Weird. Hang on a minute.
I'm looking for I like this timer. I need there to be a longer version of it. It's 25 minutes and it's very pretty wildflowers.
Yeah, that's not good. 25 minutes is not good enough.
No. 8 minutes of tulips is not going to cut it either.
No.
Okay, is this going to go anywhere? Okay, we might manage this one. I feel like we should attempt a springish timer. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Twice is maybe a 30 and then a 45. Okay, that seems reasonable.
That seems fair. Yeah.
Does this person have a longer timer?
Well, if we're going to do a 30, should we start at the 30?
I mean, if we want to be like Paco.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably a good idea. All right, I will have to look at this person's timers a little more here momentarily, but that's... I can totally find a proper timer here in the next few minutes.
You can do it.
Can I?
I have a little bit of faith in you.
A little bit of faith in me. I like that. A little bit of faith.
Just like this much.
That seems reasonable. You have met me before. All right, let's see here. All right. All right.
Since it's Mystery March, most of the sprints I've been to have all done old Victorian timers. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know it was Mystery March. That's cool.
I didn't either. I knew it was middle grade March, but
I can be up for Mystery March.
There you go. If Kensington Books will ever get back to the two of us.
Right?
Ugh.
I'm trying to remember that it is not something owed me. Like, this is a privilege, but all of that, yeah. I'm very eager, though. Very eager. All right, let's see here.
What's for dinner? I had Arby's.
And I had a peanut butter and honey sandwich. Let's see.
I think tomorrow I'm going to make my masala.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. So if I get up early enough. Well, I don't know. I mean, 6 hours would probably be long enough in the crock pot, right?
I would think so.
So if I set it up on my first break, that would probably be enough time.
Yeah, I mean, you could set it up tonight before you go to bed, put the crock pot in the refrigerator, and then all you got to do in the morning is let it out.
There's no space for it in the refrigerator. The refrigerator is
okay.
full right now.
I got you. Well, there you go. First break it is. If you get to it and you're like, it should go another 20 minutes or something like that, you can always eat something else and then have it for breakfast the next morning. Or, well, I start to say, or you could start it tonight, but you're not going to really want it to go all overnight. Yeah. Snazzy
nope,
had
we're
a
not going
snack.
to eat it until 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yep, that'll do.
Snazzy, what are the options?
Yes, this is what we should know.
We need to know what the options are, and then we can help you choose.
Yes.
Oh, everything delivers here. Chinese then. Get Chinese. I always support Chinese. You want some noodles? Not, what is it called? Is it called udon noodles? Is that what they're called? Not the little thin noodles, but the thicker ones.
Let's see here.
Lo mein.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there looking like I'm familiar with chow mein. I'm familiar with lo mein, but I don't know that I know
udon is Japanese. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So you want some lo mein and maybe some pineapple chicken.
You might want some egg rolls or chicken wontons.
Yep.
Some cream cheese ragoons.
There you go. Yes, you want Chinese. That is essentially what we're getting at, is that you want Chinese.
Sweet and sour pork. Okay. Yes. See, we have good plans.
There we go.
Yes, everybody should be listening to us.
Yep. Rangoon is it's a triangular, like a wonton with a stuffing inside of it. You can get savory ones that have crab, or usually imitation crab, or you can get sweet ones that have cream cheese with like confectioner sugar. They're very good.
They are. Yeah, that is a thing I will be eating when I am visiting Jen. Yeah. And some of that peach cobbler at some point. Like I think I've only ever gone there for a buffet, and that's pretty much all that's there. But maybe I can order a peach cobbler to go and just be like, give me the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think they'll let you on it with let you on the airplane with it.
Well, no, we get it early in the week and we just keep eating it. Yeah, I wasn't figuring I was going to take food home. That doesn't seem like a good plan.
No.
No, but that's good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I should get this timer set up since we're supposed to be starting here in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. All right, share the screen.
Hey, Kiana.
Hey, how's it going? What y'all up to? Are you still on the phones right now?
Okay. Where's my
All right.
Let's do it.
Training someone. I hope it goes well. we are going to go ahead and start our sprint before it hits 3:31. So happy reading, y'all.
Yay.
Well, well, well.
Deep subject.
Yeah. Well, did you have more fun on that sprint than I did?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. I got chapter. I got 6 chapters read.
Excellent. I had an email from the from the window tinter place that had done my car, that had sent me a link to a link to a receipt that didn't give me a receipt. I'd emailed him and asked him, hey, can you send me a receipt? This is what I've got and it's not working. Well, he was like, give me a call. So I gave him a call. And man, the guy was a headache. He was like, well, this isn't my problem. It's just your insurance being petty. The receipt you gave me, the link to the receipt you gave me doesn't work, sir. Nowhere does it say anything other than the amount and the date. It doesn't say the customer. It doesn't say the scope of work. It doesn't say, what vehicle this was done to. Like,
Wow.
It's not the insurance company being petty. Like, the insurance company has to know that I'm not just like handing them a random receipt for, deciding that I wanted the interior cleaned.
Right.
But every time I would try to say anything, he would cut me off, and he was aggressive. He was like, correct me if I'm wrong. And then if I would try to correct him, he'd be like, well, this isn't helping anything.
Wow.
I'm like, sir, I run a small business. I understand that, you're not going to get me a fancy PDF. I'm not asking for a PDF. Write out a thing, take a picture of it, send it to me. That's fine. He was like, well, no, you got to come into the shop. And I'm like, sir, I don't live near you. I'm not saying you have to send me a PDF. Just take a picture of it with your camera and send it to me. So anyway, that took my entire sprint.
Great.
Yeah, I was hoping to read.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, Snazzy was hoping for something pineapple-y. I vote for pineapple pizza in advance.
Thing here. Only
What's
one
that?
place. They're closed.
Yeah.
Damn. Lynn's here. Hey, Lynn. Oh, was that your Libby hold? I wasn't sure. I almost grabbed it. And then I remembered that wasn't mine. Let's see. Snazzy says pineapple chicken is not a thing there. No, my Mexican place will do. Now I want pineapple, right? I feel that. Mexican place will do pineapple on anything if I put it in the notes. Pineapple pizza. Hey, Courtney. Toya got 22 pages. Snazzy gave up and started microwaving things. Toya will voodoo curse that man for being rude. Roughly 500 Chinese places nearby. The one with pineapple chicken is closed. That's helpful. The ebook I checked out in the audio version is Helen's. Yeah, I knew the audio wasn't mine, but I couldn't remember whether or not I had done the ebook. So, but I have somebody else has a hold on it for me. Christine's got a hold on it for me at another library. So hopefully we'll get it. And forgot my Mexican place is non-Grubhub. I would have to go pick it up. That's microwave. Well, okay then. Hang on a minute. Bear with me, y'all. I am. Oh shit, they've changed it. They have really changed this. Okay. Yeah, of course that's okay, Toya. I'm going to be bringing books to trade too, so Yeah, absolutely. We'll put them in the trunk. We'll carry them up there. Absolutely. Put them in a box. We'll bring them. So yeah. Okay. Let's do a would you rather. Let's see. Would you rather accidentally like an old photo of your ex on Instagram or accidentally send a sext to your mom? How many books? All the books you want. If you can carry them, we'll carry them. Yep. I am so cold, y'all. That is, yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah. My mom would laugh depending on the severity of the text. Yeah, but and nobody wants to like a picture of their ex on Instagram. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Send the sex. My mom is in the upper room. There you go. Says a married woman. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. No, nope, nope, nope. Definitely not. All right. Yeah. I was actually just looking on Instagram to see if I could find one of my exes, and she's not there. So that's positive. That's very positive. I know she's on Facebook. I've seen her, but yeah. Although I am friends with some of my exes and they wouldn't be phased if I did some weird shit. Oh, God. Don't do the weird shit. Oh, good. Okay. Kiana's enjoying Amina al-Sarafi. Excellent. 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 All right. Here I was thinking I was the only one doing weird shit. Toya, I don't think anybody's ever the only one doing weird shit. Everybody does weird shit.
Ugh.
Kiana loves Amina's smart mouth.
Oh, good.
Yep. The book is The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I haven't read. I swear I have plenty to read, and yet I buy more, right? I am on a no buy. I don't have any money.
Well, that's a good reason to not buy things.
Right?
Sell books at what you call it, at McKay's, and buy more books.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
That is the plan.
Did I miss a conversation about?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Moving on. All right. Had some Mexican rice and beans.
Would you rather like a photo of your ex on Instagram or send a sext to your mother?
Uh-huh. I guess accidentally like an X.
See,
It
we
seems
all
like,
decided that was collectively not the best idea.
well, yes, it's not the best idea, but I feel like, well, I feel like there's going to be less repercussions of that for the rest of my life if we were liking an old picture of an X.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Snazzy had some Mexican rice and beans and a can of pineapple.
Yeah.
There you go.
Find the biggest, hardest book to hit him with? Why are we hitting him with a big, hard book?
Because he was rude to you?
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes. Yeah, this was a second guy who was calling with the insurance. This was from actual insurance, and they're like, we need additional pictures, which is fine. I don't know why my agent didn't reach out. But he was like, okay, so we're going to look it over and see if we think it's reasonable. And if so, then we'll, issue the receipt. Like, I called my agent and asked before I had this money spent. He's like, well, it'll take 24 to 48 hours. So hopefully I'll be calling with good news by the end of the week. We're going to hope that he does. And if not, I will take it up with my agent because he's just
your
some
agent
random.
told you to do it.
Right, because I called first. If I had done this all on my own, I would understand them being like, well, this is more than we expected and whatever. But I called and was like, they need to do this also. And they gave me the green light. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to bet? My blood pressure's been higher for the last.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a spike.
Imagine that.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that.
119. I wouldn't say I was stressed or anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no. No, I'm going to wait and see how insurance goes, but I'm likely to send a strongly worded email to the first company like, sir, this is not how you treat a customer. More like, just this isn't helpful. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but in treating customers, it may be helpful to you for your own small business to not be a jerk to your customers who are making reasonable requests.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, and now we know why I was putting this off. It's like I knew it wasn't going to be fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah. Who's having pie for Pie Day?
We already talked about pie.
Did we talk about pizza pie, though?
No.
Okay.
Would you rather give up your favorite food forever or give up sex?
My favorite food. I'll find other favorite foods. Let's see. Toya says need a meat like chicken or beef. Because tortillas are excellent. Tortillas, cheese, and sour cream. There we go. There we go. Don't have any meat. Okay, well, you have rice and beans.
Good reason not to have any.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband is.
Don't have.
What's that?
Can't eat what you don't have.
Oh, yeah. 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 My husband comments on the fact that they don't put sour cream on food very much in his experience of Mexico. It's more of a whitewashed American kind of Mexican thing.
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snazzy scavenging in the kitchen.
This is how we do it. Scavenge, find good things. I'm staring at this can of sweet potatoes and wondering about making a mini sweet potato pie.
You could do that.
Yes. It doesn't even have to be pie shaped. It just needs to have marshmallows on top.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Toy is in need of a grocery store trip.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I'm with you, Snazzy. I also love sour cream. The little 24-ounce ones, I could just go through like 2 of those a week.
Yep.
Yes. Have you ever eaten sweet sour cream as a dip?
I didn't know
Hear
there
me?
was such a thing.
Hear me out. So you have your sour cream and you add sugar to it and you mix it up real well. That's how it becomes sweet. It tastes good. And then you dip your strawberries in it. It's a Russian thing. I know it sounds weird, but you cut the sour with the sweet, and then it's well, have you ever had a Monte Cristo sandwich where you
No.
add jam to the... Yes, you have. I made them for you.
You did?
The ones that have the sour cream and jam dip. The little graham cracker crust sandwiches.
Are you sure you made them, or do you just think you made them? Because I don't remember having them.
I am sure. I'm pretty sure I even have a picture of those sandwiches sitting on one of your plates. It's possible you refused to eat one.
I highly doubt that would have happened.
No, I would take the piece of bread and I would dredge it in egg and then in graham cracker crust, and then I did a ham and turkey and cheese sandwich, and I baked them in the oven. Let's see. And then I would make a sauce out of strawberry jam and sour cream. Let's see here.
I don't remember eating that.
Let's see. This is not obviously on your thing, but this is what they look like.
Right. I don't remember eating one. I do not remember it.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out where that picture would be hiding, because I remember making it. Let's see here. Anyway, you do 1 part sour cream, half part jam. And they were good. So you have the Monte Cristo sandwich, and you dip them in your jam sauce, and it's really good.
I'm gonna take your word for it, because I do not remember eating that.
Yeah, I can picture it in my brain.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Yeah, no, it was good. I'm pretty sure I had to go out and buy the jam at a farmer's market because I didn't have any of my homemade jam there. That was before I figured out that I could just do a strawberry reduction sauce and call it jam and add sour cream to it. Anyway, those sandwiches are good, and sweet sour cream is delicious.
I'll take your word for it. Snazzy says her hubby tried a Monte Cristo the other day at a restaurant and liked it.
Yeah, they're not difficult to make. They take a little while just because they're time consuming, but they're pretty easy to make. My grandmother would bake them instead of deep frying them, which I think a lot of restaurants deep fry them. But my brother's girlfriend reached out, I think this last month, and was like, "Hey, we're craving your sandwiches. Do you share those recipes?" Yes. Please make away.
I don't understand people that refuse to share recipes. Like, why are you being such a dick?
It might just be something they're used to, because somebody told me on Sunday, like, "I'm glad you liked what I made. I don't share recipes." They said they thought it was a Southern thing. And I was like, okay, cool. But
see, I don't understand that. It's selfish to me.
I don't understand the reasoning. That I will say. It belongs to people. That's their choice. But I don't understand. Like, if somebody wants to enjoy it, I had a friend years ago who wanted my potato salad recipe, and she was like, I'll think of you later when I live in a different place and I'm making your recipe. I'm like, that's lovely.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's you make mom's meatballs.
yes, I have given that recipe to a number of people and been like, hey, so this is Becky's recipe. Go and make it. As he says, I can get behind that if you're selling food. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I knew a lady whose husband would do tri-tip sales sometimes. And so when we said, oh, this is such good tri-tip that you made at church, you know, can I have the recipe? They were like, no, we can't. But my husband will make the marinade for you anytime. Doesn't really help me because we've all moved away in different directions, but I at least understand, like, oh, hey, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, people's choice. But I'm like, oh, hey, wonderful. Somebody likes the recipe. They want to make it themselves. Let us have more delicious food in the world.
Right?
I like delicious food. Yeah. I have not made your mom's broccoli salad in forever.
I haven't either. I should make that.
Yes. I feel like it's about the right time of year for that. I don't feel like there's a bad time of year for it.
No, but it's more of a spring/summer type thing. Because it's a cold salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I even have bacon right now. I think I probably have craisins too.
There you go.
Anyway. Yeah. I like food.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, everybody, hydrate, ice straight. Tell Pat I said, hey, if you happen to see them.
Right?
It has been forever since I have seen her.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Pat.
Yeah.
And Snazzy is now stuffed. Excellent.
The wonderful. This is how we like it.
Yep. We approve of this.
Yes. We also approve of your new bookshelf.
Yes.
Yes. Which I know we saw last week, but I'm staring at it again. Off topic from food, but bras are the most evil restricting things. Right? Yeah. There are times we will get home from church on Sunday, and I promise this is not heading in a TMI direction.
Yes, it is.
But I'll get ready to take a shower, and I will take off my bra, and my husband will see my back, and he's like, what happened? It's all red. And I'm like, it just, this is what it does.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, Lynn is eating sriracha honey wings. That sounds delicious.
That sounds very good. I don't think I've ever tried their sriracha honey. I think the last time I went there, I tried the mango habanero, because I usually like mango habanero, but theirs was less mango and more habanero.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, no.
I'm the same, Snazzy. I prefer wearing a bra, but that's largely because I'm large chested and I can't just walk around without a bra. I gotta have support. Limited time flavor. Better go get some, Christine.
Apparently so, yeah. I also will not usually go around braless, but I also admit that they are evil and restricting and uncomfortable a lot of the time.
I found a very nice sports bra. Clips in the front, no underwire, nothing like that. Very supportive. I love them.
I have not had great experience with no underwire, and maybe it just depends on others, but the last time I went looking, I found this Reddit on Reddit. And and they were like all about helping people find like the best fits and all of these things and the best brands and all of these things, and I did all the things and I figured out what size I am and my bra of choice that does not come in that size. So I was like, all right, I got to find something new. And so I tried a whole bunch, and it's very disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kiana asks, is it bra or no bra?
Usually bra.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. It's not a pleasant experience to walk down the stairs without one.
Nope.
It's just also so not a pleasant experience to wear one all the time.
Agreed.
Yeah. I have a friend who I think she hit her late 40s, early 50s, and she was like, you know what? I'm getting rid of half of these. And apparently it's much more comfortable. But
Flap in the wind.
whatever works for you, Lynn. Whatever works. Yeah. Kiana would prefer to be wearing a bralette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want somebody to figure out how to make them very comfortable but also supportive.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah. It would be very nice.
Yep. I am really tired.
I'm sorry. Do you want to take a nap?
Yes, very badly.
Okay.
Very badly. Yes.
Well,
actually.
we can do a nap sprint.
I probably wouldn't wake up. That would be the problem. I would not wake up.
Well, I mean, as long as you wake up eventually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yep. In other news, it is only a month before I, well, a month and a day before I go to Tennessee. Spring is the only time I have never been in Tennessee before.
Won't be able to say that anymore.
Nope. Nope. My uncle was telling me he was going to come to Tennessee early. He has hiked something like 400 miles in Tennessee despite living on the western half of the United States.
Well, that's more miles than I've hiked in Tennessee. We'll put it that way.
Right? More miles than I've hiked in Tennessee. It's more miles than I've hiked in California. Toya says if she goes to sleep now, she's not getting up until 12 p.m.
Right. That reminds me, I got to make sure my alarm's on.
Oh, yes. And take evening pills if that's appropriate for anybody.
It's a little early.
Oh, okay.
My alarms are on, though.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah. And 12 a.m. is midnight.
Are we talking midnight or noon? 12 a.m. is midnight. 12 p.m. is noon.
Yeah. Because it goes with whatever it's following into, not whatever it's come from.
Yeah, if you say so.
Right, because midnight hits and then into the morning hours. I know. Anyway, we would hope it would not be 12 in the morning. We would hope you would have a lovely 18 hours of sleep.
I could sleep through till noon. Excuse me.
I could go to bed now, and then when my husband comes home, he can wake me up just long enough to have some brief snuggles, and then I can just keep sleeping. This works for me.
There you go.
Yep. Well,
brief snuggles.
Well, I mean, they could be longer if he is interested, but he's probably going to want to go to sleep too. He claims that I have had more snuggles in the first year-ish of our marriage than some people get at all.
I mean, he sounds like he's complaining.
No, he just sometimes I ask for more snuggles and he's like, I'm trying to work. And I'm like, I know, but I want snuggles. And he's like, I feel like you get more snuggles than most people get. I'm like, yeah, and I'd like it to stay that way.
Right.
March 10th was Toya's 19th anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
I hope the urge to kill him has not existed.
Much.
If we're wishing, I hope it hasn't existed. My husband wanted to come here and snuggle, but I said I need to read in peace. I like snuggles. Snuggles are excellent.
Yep.
But I suppose if we're going to read in peace, we should do a sprint so that there can be actual reading.
Yeah.
Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. All right, what's that one look like? All right. I'm going to hope that I actually get to read on this next one.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but hey, Alicia.
Hey, Alicia.
I mean, yes, we are still newly married, but we also just really like each other. Like, yeah, I know some people don't get past year 2, but yeah. I feel like we had enough conversations about expectations ahead of time. I don't know. We like being friends with each other, not just, everything's supposed to be cute and romantic all the time or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Like I said, newly married, let's revisit when it gets to year 10. Works for me. My husband will be sick of the snuggles by then and still giving them. Well, hopefully not. Anyway, I'm supposed to be finding a timer.
Yep.
What are you reading, Alicia? Let's see here. Let's see, did that work? I think that might have worked. Let us try that. Yes, communication is very important. Very important. Yeah. I know several people who have been married for over 20 years, over 30 years, some in their 60s, and still like each other. So I don't think it has to be a everything devolving into terribleness. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying I don't think that's inevitable. Let's see. And yeah, oh, absolutely. Communication has to go both ways. And communication is not just speaking, it's being understood. You need to be understood both ways with kindness and compassion and all of that. Going to start the last tale of the Flower Bride. Let's see. Roshani Choksky?
Yeah.
That's a cool looking.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's pretty good.
Cool looking.
I think I gave it 4. I think I gave it 4 stars. I don't remember. But it was good. I liked it.
Huh. Interesting. It's giving me Gothic vibes. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that, Alicia. Toya has it but hasn't read it. Well, Alicia can give us an update here in a few minutes. So yeah, let us get to it.
Happy reading.
Let me find my earbud.
I was wondering what that noise was. I was watching a video and I was like, what is that noise? It was the alarm.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Snazzy.
Yep.
How did everybody do?
I finished my chapters and started, I watched the Aurelium video.
Excellent. Excellent. So is that giving you the instructions for the next month of Aurelium? How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
okay, so Aurelium is a readathon.
Right.
And it's April and August. And
Okay.
there's it's kind of like a combination of reading and D&D. You make a character and you can choose that character's career path. And whatever career path you choose, you get prompts as to what type of a book to read. So for example, if your prompt is alchemy, right, then you have to do your reading prompt is a book with a circle on the cover. Something like that. Anyway, so I got to figure out a character because my character from August was a story weaver, but none of the prompts for story weaver are interesting to me. So I'm gonna make a new character.
Okay. So there's a year-round one, and then there's also one for specific months.
Yeah, the year-round one happens. It's a new thing that they're doing this year. They haven't done that in the past. And so there's like a prompt for each month, and then Aurelium is the big prompt. And then there'll be a prompt for each month, and then August will be the big set. And then another prompt for each month through December.
Okay, cool. Well, I hope you find more interesting options.
I think I will. I just got to take a minute and look at it. So
there are lots of books to be read.
Yes, there are. Snazzy came back during the sprint and listened to a little more of Aru Shah at 6% now. And Toya's got 35 pages.
Yes.
Well, Snazzy, you should do Aurelium. It's actually a lot of fun.
Is it? You should. Do you have the video, Snazzy, or should Jen link us to the video?
I'll get the link. Hang on. Share. Copy.
I mean, I never do these sorts of things because that doesn't sound like fun to me. I like mood reading, but
yeah,
I will put the link in there, and you should absolutely do it. All right. Okay. Oh, you already have the link. Okay, cool. Well, check it out. Let us know what you think looks fun.
Yes.
Yes, just because I'm a spoil sport who never participates doesn't mean you can't have a good time. Yeah. Well, good. Is it nap time?
Close. Yes. Very close.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. The faster we sleep, the sooner it will be pizza and pie day.
Yeah, well, when you don't have any money, you can't have pizza or pie, so.
Well, I suppose that is a thing. Next year we will plan better. We will get the English muffins in your house, and then you can make the little tiny ones.
Next year I'll have pizza.
Okay.
Or pie.
Yes.
Lynn dozed off on accident. It's definitely sleep time.
The week after what you call it? Time change is not the best week of the year.
No, this week is brutal.
Yeah. But at least you have a cool bookshelf.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is very true. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It's nap time. It doesn't look
It
out like nap time outside, but it's nap time.
it just turned dark here, just like that. I looked up a minute ago, it was still light. Now it's dark.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep.
This is not, mm-mm.
I'll be in bed very soon.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't have a husband home yet, but I can read in bed.
Yep.
Yeah.
If anybody sees Destiny, tomorrow is her birthday.
Well, then some of us must see Destiny to make sure she can have a birthday.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tomorrow is her birthday.
Well, excellent.
Yep.
Yay, birthdays.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Just thought I'd throw that
Yeah,
out there.
that is good. And here in a minute, I will have my brain work, and we will have a more interesting conversation than me going,
I doubt that.
Okay. I gotta remember to return that book to the library. Oh well. Alicia made it to chapter 3.
Excellent.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is good news. I got the review of the most recent NetGalley book posted, and my account now says I am at 100% of books reviewed, which is
Excellent.
really weird to me because I still have one book that I haven't finished reading yet, and I therefore have not left any feedback on it.
Huh. That's odd.
So I don't understand how that works.
You got me.
Yeah, I
That's not how
know
numbers
nothing.
work.
Well, I mean, I'm really more of an English person than a numbers person. So
Yeah, but me too. But I can pretty much tell you that if you're not 100%, it's not 100%.
right, yeah. I was like, I wonder if it's like a certain percentage of the last certain amount of months, but that can't be it because this is new. It's not like it's old and it dropped off. I don't know. I don't know. But we did just get a wind advisory.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there's
Stay in the house.
a little what's that?
Stay in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it
Right.
just popped up in the corner of my thing. Wind advisory just issued.
All right then.
So, yeah, I can see whatever little bird feather is trapped on my window screen.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia trying to figure out what to do for her birthday.
Ooh, what are our options?
Yep. What are the options? We'll help you decide.
Uh-huh. Snazzy says it's time to fly a kite.
Right.
Yeah. You have something in the mail, Alicia, but I told them not to deliver it until Saturday. I think I told them not to deliver it until Saturday because I was like, I like to send things as close to birthdays as possible. Sometimes if Amazon will cooperate. Going to dinner with Mom on Monday because she works Tuesday night, trying to figure out what to do on Tuesday since Tuesday is the actual birthday. Yeah, I feel like it depends on what options are available, what you feel like doing. Are you getting cake? What kind of cake are you getting? Alicia says Jen Bear, everybody.
Me bear? What did I do?
Black Forest. I that's what I was trying to figure out. Black Forest cherry and chocolate cake. That sounds good. It sounds very good. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jen beat everyone with the gifts.
Oh, right. Yeah, because mine got there first.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, no, autocorrect is fine. It's just it's a whole game trying to figure out what the thing was supposed to say before it is revealed. We should have had a poll. Be like, okay, what was Alicia trying to say? Yeah. All right, so you're doing dinner the night before. You're doing cake. Do you have a favorite breakfast spot? Is there a favorite place in town you like to go to hang out?
Go to the bookstore.
I mean, I was avoiding saying that because it sounds very expensive, but
I mean,
you get Greg to do one of those as many books as I can pull in 60 seconds challenges.
There you go. And do it at McKay's so you can get more books for less money.
Uh-huh. Going to the used bookstore once the birthday is over. I don't want to buy something that's on the wish list. That's good.
Yeah, good point.
Good point. Yeah, figuring out what exactly you want to do is the adventure. Let's see. Might see if there's a pottery class or available or something to paint. That would be cool. That seems like a good thing to do. Make a memory. Yeah. We've been doing a bunch of the escape rooms, which has been fun. I recommend those for a good time. But I feel like pottery or painting could be cool. I have a friend who does a bunch of pottery. She just made a strawberry bowl, which I had never heard of before. But it looks cool. Lynn says, you're my only friend around here, Jen. I mean, that's how things started.
I mean,
uh-huh.
Mentioning new friends. I know, just rude.
Tisk, tisk.
Just absolutely rude. Especially meat space friends. Like, what even? Just unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Unacceptable.
Terribly. Terribly unacceptable. I'm supposed to go sell books tomorrow. But not at McKay's, unfortunately. We need a McKay's.
I think everybody needs a McKay's.
Yes, absolutely everybody needs a McKay's.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. How is the almost birthday girl?
it feels weird to say that the age that I'm gonna be, like, it not in like a I'm mad about getting older. It just feels weird to say that I'm in my mid-30s.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels weird. Like, when I
Mhm.
was 12, I thought someone my age was like an old person.
Yep.
It just feels weird.
And now here we are, old.
I know.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, and my knees don't want to work.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Let's not talk about
unfortunately
my
how that
lower back.
works.
That too.
Ugh.
I was literally sitting on the heating pad for like half the day because my back.
Yep.
I know. You want to know what I did to mess it up? I sneezed too hard.
That sounds about right. That sounds about
Yes,
right.
I love that.
literally sneezed
Wait till
too
you get
hard,
to a
and my
point where
back's
when
in a
you
messy
sneeze, you
state.
wet your pants.
I've done that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I have a friend who wanted to talk for a while after a group we went to on Saturday, and so I stood too long, and so my back started hurting.
Yep, that too. It
Yep.
also depends on the floor you're standing on.
Yes.
Like, if you're on a concrete slab, you're screwed.
Yeah, it was a driveway.
I've reached the age where it depends on what time I drink coffee now if I'm gonna stay up all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lynn
I'm
says
just like, I
adults.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Good
This is
times are
true.
not
And
being had.
adults felt much more adulty when we were young. And I don't know if they're as
Yeah.
confused or not, because you think about it, when our parents were this age, they had kids and mortgages and shit.
They had
And
it looked like they had it all together.
they had their shit together.
Yeah.
Matching furniture.
Like,
Yeah,
my mom had
they had
a
a
12-year-old and a 6-year-old at my age.
Right?
Like, that's
When my mom
bonkers.
was 46, I was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our parents had a functioning economy,
This is true.
That's why everybody thinks my mom is my
and
sister when we're out in
and
public. I'm like,
possibly
no,
more relevant,
that too.
they did not have the whole social media stuff that sidelining everything, which I feel like helps in some ways, but it also complicates other things.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about social media. Obviously, I use
Yeah.
it, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Renee.
Really.
I heard Alicia say something, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Oh no, I'm gonna like go out and then come back in and see if it's my computer.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
Excellent. We will let you in again.
Yay.
Lynn says functioning economy is the one.
Yeah, exactly.
My dentist talked about how he could get his entire education for like $4,000, $5,000. I think he said $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And like just being able to start something that way. You're like, oh
Well,
yeah,
back in the 60s and 70s, most state colleges were totally tuition free.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Which is reasonable. Like you can have the fancy one if you want it, but otherwise you can have whatever you need available to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lynn says, must be nice. 5,000 is partial medical bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Yes.
Yay.
My internet just did that like pinwheel of death. I was like, no.
Don't
That'll
do
do
it. Yeah.
I didn't do it the other day. I was telling Jen, I had 3 live streams. I had Jen's sprints, and then my friend had their like pre-K celebration thing, and then I had my own thing at like 6 o'clock at night. By the end of the day, I lost my voice. It was not fun.
Oh no. That's terrible.
Yeah. But it was a fun day. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not
Right.
going to talk for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I could do that just as an introvert. Just I can't with that many people.
I have to say though, being on that live stream like blew up my channel. I got like 30 subscribers in like 24 hours.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
I was like, okay.
Nice.
I was like, I'm grateful for it, but I was just shocked. I was like, oh, hi. Like,
Hey, y'all. Nice to see you here. Yeah.
and then one of my favorite, like one of, I don't want to say well known, but she's getting her due now. She wrote fantasy in the 80s and the 90s. Janny Wirtz. She was there too, and she gave me her email and told me to email her. I was like, holy crap! Someone I been reading their books since I was like 20 gave me their email. Like, holy crap!
That's cool.
Yeah, it was like a pinch me moment. I'm like, she's like, email me and we'll put something together. Okay. Are you sure you're talking to me?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting it. I was like, oh, hi. Like,
Right. Yes, that would be lovely. Thank you. Well,
Right.
sure thing.
what are you both reading right
now? Which is steeped in gold.
And how are your thoughts? I'm curious.
It's probably a 3.5 so far.
Yeah. I want to try it, but it's so thick. Like, I'm just like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is quite thick.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Those sizes kind of intimidate me sometimes.
Yeah. And all the books I want to read this year are chunky for some reason. Because I apparently want to cause myself pain.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not good for you.
The one book I'm in the middle of is 937 pages.
Wow.
And I'm only on chapter 8. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Everything I want to read here is chunky. Why is everything in fantasy chunky?
World building.
It is. It's so like, I'm like, why is everything so hard?
Fantasy books tend to be toward the thicker side.
And what's wrong with writing a standalone? Can we not all do trilogy?
I know, right? It doesn't always have to be a trilogy.
And sometimes you can tell that they stretched it out to make it a trilogy. Like, it could have been a great duology or one book.
Yep.
I will read a 900-page book that's a standalone. I will happily do that.
I mean, I read Priory, and that was 850 pages.
I know, and I still have to read the prequel, sequel, whatever the other one. Right. That book was chunk.
Yeah,
you could hurt someone with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you could catch charges dropping that off an overpass.
And last year, like, it all started last year, like, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. My copy was 1,000 pages.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's a paperback, it could punch someone in the face.
Right. Mine is 846 pages.
Yeah. You have a really pretty cover, though. A lot of her covers are not pretty, and I'm just like, but the books are really great. They need pretty editions.
Right.
And they just don't have it. And I'm just like, this bums me out.
I feel like that's where some of the creators end up being like, okay, I'm making my own cover. Have you seen some of the ones that are remaking Jane Austen covers?
I know. I'm just like, I want all of them. I'm like, please give me all of them.
Yeah, they're lovely. If the good cover does not exist, you can make it. Well, not me, but Somebody can.
I love those people. It's not the same thing, but that like paint the pages, like they squish down the book and like paint a scene on the pages. I'm like, I wish I had steady enough hands to do that because it's gorgeous.
Yeah. There's a set of the Poppy War series. Princess has one, and Jess Owens has one from the same artist, and they're so pretty. And when you
They're
put all three of them together, it makes a full scene.
I love it. I love it.
They're
I
so
saw someone do it for like the hardcovers of Lord of the Rings, and it was really pretty. Like with the Shire and all that. I was like, I watched movie 2 today.
Excellent.
So that happened. I was very like, well, this wasn't a big deal in the books, but okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure you know what I mean. But I'm just like, this was like a page and a half in the book. What? Why?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And my book, like, Greg has only seen the movies, and I'm like, this is not in the book. Or why? That's another thing I want to.
In the book.
Yeah. Ugh. And then we got Treebeard. Yay!
Yay, Treebeard.
He's my favorite. And the other one that's my favorite, they cut out completely. It upset me.
Tom Bombadil.
What?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I love Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, all the fandoms hate him, and I'm like, but why? He's awesome.
I know. I think he's cute.
He just hangs out in the forest with his hot wife.
Tom Bombadil, to me, have you ever read any of Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman's books? Is it just me, or is she freezing?
Alicia is freezing.
Okay, so it's not just me. All right.
Don't think so. I don't know why I'm freezing, but apparently I'm checking my internet real quick. It says I'm connected. Oh. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you keep going kind of in and out. Like it'll freeze on us and then it'll like speed through. And
it'll just say what I was trying to say.
Yeah, basically. So the thing about Tom Bombadil is he's a trickster character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a really good one in the Dark Sword trilogy that Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman wrote called Simkin, who is also a trickster character. And I just I have an abiding love of trickster characters. I think they're great.
I do too.
So I like Tom Bombadil.
It's called the Dark Sword trilogy?
Yes. Okay. Starts with Forging the Dark Sword is the first one. It's mid-80s fantasy.
So, even better.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
I think you go back and reread it. I think you might like Jenny Wirtz if you like the older female written fantasy. The series is called The Wars of Light and Shadow.
Well, Jen has been known to like a fantasy or two.
Yes.
Curse of the Mist Wraith?
Yes, that's the first one.
Okay.
Yep. Can I just say how much I love these old school covers?
Yeah.
Can they bring back these old school fantasy covers? They're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do miss wow, that's 830 pages. I don't know if I'm gonna read that. Like, I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't know if I'm gonna read that. I'll put it on my list though.
If you don't like it by the end of book one, don't. Yeah, I would give book one a try, knowing what you like in like the old school fantasy.
Yeah, life is too short to read bad books or books that just aren't to your taste.
Right.
I've been DNFing a lot lately.
Yeah.
We're so proud of you.
Just barely starting and just being like, nope, not in the mood right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I ended up with
that. Oh,
yeah.
That reminds me.
Not for now. It's not a permanent DNF, but I'm not in the brain space to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the NRN. Not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, that's how I ended up and with those last two left on NetGalley. I read everything else on NetGalley, and then I was like, yeah, it seemed like a good idea when I requested them.
Yeah.
That's
Now
my
I can-
intimidation with NetGalley.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, where is it?
I have DNF'd a couple of NetGalley ones and just said as much and been like, hey, I'm not going to be talking about this.
NetGalley, I've DNF.
There it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm waiting
What is
for
this
them to let me
Tracy
have.
Hickman wrote, because I know that name from something.
They wrote a bunch of Dragonlance books.
Okay, that's why. Okay. My cousins were really into Dragonlance. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, they wrote a bunch of Dragonlance books.
Okay. Got it. I feel like I would love to do, like, I would love to find a series where, like, we do, like, old school fantasy written by women.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so much from the 80s, 90s, even the late 70s that have just been forgotten or have been so out of print that we forgot they even existed.
Right. As long as we do it with the understanding that we're not reading Marion Zimmer Bradley.
Who's that?
Marion Zimmer Bradley wrote a big series back in the 70s and early 80s. It's a science fiction and fantasy. It's like science fantasy, basically. But she and her husband molested their children.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I heard about her. Okay, yeah, okay. That's why the name sounds familiar.
Yep.
I didn't even know she wrote books until that came out. Yee.
Yeah, so she's not on the to read list. I got to get rid. I've got a bunch of her books. I got to get rid of them.
But it's like really depressing. Like if you find something out about someone later, like you enjoyed the book when you read them, and then you're just like, oh, they were a crap person.
Yeah,
that's great.
And
that's
it's
great.
really hard because like you're like, I could keep the books. I'm not giving them more money, but on the other hand, like, how in the world am I supposed to enjoy this now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept some stuff from some questionable authors because it was given to me by my grandfather, and he wrote little notes in them for me. So I kept them for like sentimental purposes for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm. Oh, Marion Zimmer Bradley, Lynn.
MARION ZIMMER.
Mm-hmm. Bradley.
Why is everybody just gross?
I know. Why are people? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear about that romance author that went to jail for
which one?
Planning her husband's.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, what was her name? And then she tried to use it as an excuse.
Crampton Brophy?
I don't know if it's my computer.
Nancy Crampton Brophy.
That's it. Yeah, she wrote like mystery suspense, and she used it as an excuse to like, yeah. I'm just like, no. Like, honey, you did it exactly like you wrote it in a book. Like, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, Lynn, you probably won't trip over her by accident because she she wrote back in the 70s and 80s. So you probably won't trip over her by accident. She's dead now, by the way, which is for the best. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can also appreciate that our generation is like, never mind, we will speak ill of the dead if it's appropriate.
Yes, indeed.
Because sometimes it is.
Yep. Sometimes it is. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's.
Amen to that. I think it's the time change is messing with me.
It is.
Seriously.
It's been brutal this year. It's been absolutely brutal. And it doesn't help that I haven't gotten enough sleep yet, in the last few nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Lynch. Yeah.
and yes, Marion appears to be a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, John Wayne's given name was Marion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marion, I don't remember what his last name was.
I always think it's
Marion
interesting.
Robert
Cary
Morrison.
Grant's actual name was Archie. Huh.
I think it's interesting how people have their own names for, I see them sometimes they'll have their given names along with their pen names on the back of books or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, wow, that's such a different name. And like, sometimes I don't mean that it's for the better, but I can understand how it helps with their branding.
Yeah.
Especially back then in the sci-fi fantasy space, because of men being men and not wanting to read something by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, people are not always fantastic,
Ew.
to say the least.
Nope.
It's
Well,
always
listen, I'm going to
interesting.
let y'all have it. I'm exhausted and I'm going to go to bed, but I hope that y'all continue to enjoy the evening. And I'm going to go.
I hope you sleep well.
You too, when you get there. Alicia, good to see you.
Good to see you.
I had a video come out today, so go check. It's probably boring. It's a tag video, but
it's on my watch later list, so
there
I
you
didn't
go.
lose it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm out. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sleep well. Well,
So
yeah,
what's on your next reading docket? What are you reading next, or are you just seeing what strikes your fancy?
I'm trying to decide if I want to read the last one I've got on the NetGalley shelf, which is Sisters of Fortune. It's a Titanic novel. I've read
heard
the
about
first. Yeah, I've read the first couple of pages and it didn't grab me, but I mean I do have it from NetGalley, so I ought to make another attempt.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or if I want to read something fun. I've got, where is it hiding? Yeah, I've got the next 2 Lady Sherlocks to do.
How many are there?
Number 8 is coming out later this year.
Okay. Because I read the first one for my book club last year, and I didn't get a chance to continue. But I liked it.
I think I ran through the first 4 really quickly, and then it took me a little longer to get through 5, and I don't know why I'm dragging on 6. It's not badly written. It's a good plot. I think it's just me.
Maybe you've read too much from that same series. Maybe you just need to switch it up, because that happens to me.
Yeah. I've been working on it for a couple of months now, and I'll read portions of it, or I have the audiobook out and I'll read a little bit of it and then read something else because I want to know what happened. It's a good story, and I'm expecting to like the 7th one. My sister-in-law gave it to me for my birthday. So I'm hoping I'll get number 8. I have it on request from NetGalley, but I'm waiting on that one and the Countess of Harley to see if they'll let me review them.
I'm waiting to see if Tears of Price's new book comes on NetGalley.
Ooh, yes, that
I
would be
haven't
good.
seen it, but I'm looking.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, did she have 2 of hers on NetGalley, but then not have the last one on NetGalley?
Yeah.
So I always wonder, like, at what point does NetGalley stop being useful to people? Because I'm wondering if they
need a better filing system with NetGalley, because I get so overwhelmed with because something might be in 2 separate genres because it's 2 separate types of sci-fi fantasy. They can be in both.
Yeah, I will. If I know what I'm looking for, I will search for the author.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird trying to figure out, and I need mystery and thriller to split.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I feel like so many books get the thriller tag that aren't really thrillers.
And that might be, but then if I see thriller tag on it, I'm like, nope.
Right.
Nope.
That's what shocked me with the book I recommended to you. I'm like, I've read that, and that's not a thriller at all. Like, I don't understand why it's tagged as a thriller.
Yeah, and you know me, I like my cozy books.
Right,
and
right. That's why I recommended it. I'm like, it's got like tense moments, but it's not a thriller in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but I'm looking here to see. I think it was 1 and 2 that they had on.
But the weird part for me is you'll get it from NetGalley sometimes when the book's already released.
Right?
I'm like, but that's not the point. If I just wanted to purchase the book, I would just go purchase it.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes it depends on if they say it's for a certain amount of time, or if they archive it at a certain point, they're like, okay, we're not sure if it will be purchased enough, so if somebody will read it for free, we'll take the hype.
Right.
I don't know. But this is the one I know this book has come out, and I have not been able to make myself read it yet, and I'm like, okay, it's come out. I really need to.
Don't put yourself in a slump though, because I know you just got out of your slump.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm like, all right, I got to give it a fair shot, because I really do like Titanic stories. Specifically, I like Carpathia stories, but Carpathia does not get the same attention as the Titanic does. So,
Yeah,
I don't know. I would really like to read what's her face? The Lily Adler, Catherine Shellman's new Lily Adler, but NetGalley turned me down on that one, and I still haven't figured out why.
it's so weird.
Yeah, because Jen and I both found it by finding it on NetGalley, and we've reviewed the others, and so I don't know if they've got new people with new guidelines or what the deal is. So I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. NetGalley confuses me.
Yeah, but Snazzy agrees for the opposite reason, because they hate reading a thriller that's not thrilling.
Thank you. That's the other thing. Like, you pick it up thinking it's a thriller, and you're like, this is boring. Nothing's happening.
Right. It's so difficult to figure out where do we categorize this.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100%
I feel like they're
sure
trying to
what I will
mash
pick
up
up next.
categories.
Yeah, and maybe they're trying to get a broader audience, be like, hey, if you like this, you might like that also, but sometimes that's not how that works.
Sometimes it gives you the wrong expectation, and then you don't like a book because it's not what you expected, because they market it wrong. It's not a bad book, but it's not what you went into the book for.
Right. I kind of struggled with that with the last one I had off NetGalley. Like, it was well done for what it is. It's just not what I was expecting it to be.
That's why when I run into that, I always give it a 4, because I can't dock the book for misrepresentation through marketing.
Right. I gave it a 4. I was like, I'll give it what I think it should have for its category, not how much I enjoyed it. Like, okay, was this well written? Was it well researched? Did the plot go well? What have you? And I'm like, okay, if it did well. But yeah, Courtney also wants to be thrilled.
I feel you. There's so many books that just are mysteries. Like, some cozy mysteries get put in thriller, and I'm like, no.
No.
Like, they're both fantastic if you get the right author, but like, someone's gonna pick up a cozy mystery thinking they're getting like Gillian Flynn, and they're gonna get disappointed.
Yeah, that's not good for anybody.
And you see it in romance a lot. Like, they put romance in like the tween section. I'm like, no, just because it's a cartoon cover does not mean it's younger person friendly.
Right. Yeah, that's I had some unfortunate experiences as a teenager picking up some books and be like, that's not what I thought I was getting.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I
what?
read some
No,
random stuff because I read from my parents' shelves. I read random stuff.
Yeah, I don't know that there was any particularly weird stuff in the house. It was just, I think I specifically ended up with one author that, like, they had a whole run of somebody's books, and then they had this one book by another author smacked in the middle of them. So I was like, oh, hey, they've got a whole bunch of them. Let me take them all home.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
what I
like,
did
oh,
with Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew was good stuff.
I'm gonna reread her coming up.
Let me know how well she holds up, because that's
I
always
know
my
some of them
concern.
aren't gonna hold up because some of them were written in the 30s.
Yeah. I
But I
read.
also don't get yelled at for like still enjoying it for what it is, even though I recognize the issues with it.
Oh yeah, no, I completely understand still enjoying a thing. I just sometimes it ruins for me. Sometimes it ruins the nostalgia.
Right.
I read
That's
this
why
series.
rereading certain things is not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I read a series many years ago that was written in the 1800s, and it was a children's book, and I really enjoyed it as a child. As an adult, I had the misfortune to pick it back up again, and it was written, Civil War era, and
Ugh.
it was basically, oh, our slaves have been freed, but we're such nice people that they don't want to be freed, and
Oh,
they're
geez.
crying because they have to leave us. And I'm like, oh, that did not yeah, that nope,
But I've
I
noticed
do
it
not.
with some like Little House on the Prairie books. They did not age well.
Yeah, I could see that. I have not picked those up in years.
I would not. I don't recommend. I did just out of curiosity because I'm like, do they hold up? They do not. They use some
That's
terminology that just as an adult made me extremely uncomfortable, and I'm like, no, no.
yeah, that's good to know, because I do speak fondly of them sometimes.
Yeah. Keep the rose-colored glasses on, because yeah, that's better with that one.
Yeah.
There's certain terms used in there. You're just like, oh wow, you can tell when that was written.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Okay.
unfortunate. It might be period typical, but it's still not appropriate.
It's still uncomfortable sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah. I've never read I'm gonna pick up next month. I'm gonna pick up Anne of Green Gables because I've never read them as
Okay.
a kid. And I'm just genuinely curious. Like I'm trying to fill in I don't want to say plot holes in my reading, but like little gaps that I have. Like so many
Hmm.
books that people had to read in school that I never had to read.
Yeah,
So I'm just
I
genuinely curious.
I vaguely remember reading the first Anne of Green Gables, and I remember skimming through some of the others, and then I remember really liking I think it was Rilla of Ingleside,
Isn't that
which was the
like
last one.
there's an 8, right? In that one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, and
curious.
so that was number 8. I think Rainbow Valley was 7, and then Rilla was 8.
I remember watching the original TV show when I was a kid.
The original TV show of Avonlea or
You like
Green Gables?
yeah, the mini series that came out in like the 80s.
Oh, the Kelvin Sullivan one?
Yeah.
I liked that
Yep.
series. I liked that one
Yeah.
a lot.
I remember my mom had it on TV a lot when I was a kid. So I
Yeah, I
don't
liked
remember
that.
like specific scenes, but I remember it always being on.
Yeah, I remember quite a few specific scenes, but I won't say anything about them so that
Mhm.
when you pick it up you can have the experience.
Yeah. And then I'm hoping to like because I have the first two in this like bind up that I got from Barnes and Noble years ago. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna read that and then probably the book you recommended, The Blue Castle. Yeah.
Yes, I
And then
liked that one. I mean, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have recommended it, but
it oddly reminds me of uh like a Monet painting, the cover that you sent me.
I can see it. Yeah.
Like it reminds
Yeah.
me of like all the classes I used to take in college for my art sections.
I didn't know you took art in college.
Yeah, I actually started going to college to be an art historian, but it didn't work too well. So I pivoted a little bit,
Mhm.
but I still
When
love
I
art.
was a kid, I said I wanted to be a historical artist, and everybody looked at me funny, like that's not a thing.
I wanted to be
Um,
one of those people that like restored it.
oh, that would be cool.
Like I've
That would
always
be
wanted to
really
go
cool.
into those old mansions and restore art. I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
it's
can
always
see that.
fascinating.
Hmm. Yeah,
But I'm not
I.
artistically inclined, unfortunately.
Me neither. Me neither. If I'm trying to put
But
something
I
in my
enjoy
bujo,
it.
I will be. Well, that's the important thing about art. That you enjoy it. Have a good time with it.
I used to do a lot of like I used to do everything like pottery. I was telling my mom if she could find like a used pottery wheel, I would love to get back into it. I miss it.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be fun. That definitely points towards your plan of possibly doing something artsy for your birthday.
Yeah. I was just trying to find something different because it's like once you hit a certain age, it's like you're like, what do you do for your birthday? You're not like 12 and you have a themed birthday party. Like it's
Right?
like so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing for your birthday? I'm like, Dad, it's a random Tuesday. Probably nothing. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
what did you do for
Figuring,
your birthday 2 weeks ago? You took the kids to a like a hockey tournament that they were in. That's all you
right.
did.
Yeah.
Like it's just hitting a certain point, you're just like, birthdays aren't fun anymore.
No, and I feel like that's kind of a shame because I don't expect it to be, a child's 8th birthday party, but I do
Right.
think there's something worth celebrating, like, hey, we made it another year, and some of those years it's crazier than others. Like, we
Yeah.
survived the last several years. That's an accomplishment.
It's an
Not
accomplishment.
necessarily
Pat on the back to me.
right. So I'm like, even if it's not big or busy or, having 25 people over, I like to do like
Yeah.
a cake or something. I didn't do that this year, but I like the idea of, a special meal, a special dessert, something
Yeah.
fun.
That's why my mom was like, pick out a cake and tell me what you want. And I was like, okay, cool.
What kind did you
But
pick? You picked the
my mom has to work. My mom's working at a restaurant and she works the night shift on Tuesdays, like the 4 to whenever they close. So
okay,
that's why
okay.
we're having dinner on Monday.
Excellent. So you have the Black Forest and cherry?
Yes, my
Excellent.
favorite, one of my favorites.
What's the other favorite?
The other favorite is like an unsung cake in general, carrot cake. I love carrot cake, and most people hate it, and I love it so much.
Uh-huh. When we got married, we did normal cakes for like our cupcakes or whatever, but our cake, we had a little cake made for us to cut.
Like little,
Um,
so that you had the picture and all that. Yeah.
yeah, so Caleb actually made the stand, so it's got multiple tiers, and so the lower tiers we put cupcakes around it, and then on top it was a little, I think like a 6 inch, so that
Mm-hmm.
it was still at a height that you could cut it without having to like stack it.
Yeah.
Um, so we had a little thing, and it was carrot cake, and it was the lady made her sister's mother-in-law's recipe, and I happen to know, both the sister
So
and the
good.
sister's mother-in-law. So she had this really old recipe for carrot cake, and we put it in the freezer, because you're supposed to
Mm.
leave some for, yeah, no,
The,
I had to make,
your anniversary, the year later, you cut a little piece. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, I had to make cupcakes of that same recipe for our anniversary because we ate it all before like 2 months.
No shame.
Mm-mm.
If
So
it's
good
good,
though. Carrot
good,
cake.
that means it's good. Because there's so many wedding cakes that I've had as a person that's gone to weddings, and they just, and I'm like, knowing the people that were getting married, I'm like, I know how much you paid for this, and it's trash. like
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna pretend and smile because I feel bad, but it's garbage. Like
yeah.
you paid so much money for them to give. I'm not a hot take. I don't like buttercream icing. I think it's too sweet sometimes. So I
Hmm.
always like when they do like the cream cheese icing. That's not too sweet. I'm not a
Yes.
big like sweet on top of sweet on top of sweet. Like there needs to be a balance of stuff. That's why
Yeah.
I think I like carrot cake.
Yeah, it's so good. It was moist, and the lady who made our cake was a friend of mine, and so she was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'll make your cake. Just tell me what kind you want." She's like, "The only thing is like I don't do fancy decorations," and I'm like, "I don't care. Make it
Yeah.
plain white, and then we put like some baby's breath on top of it."
Yeah, that's
Um,
perfectly fine. Like, I feel like when you do too much, like, it takes away from you enjoying the cake. To
right,
me,
and
at
I would rather have it taste good than look like, people are spending, used to be several hundred, now it's apparently thousands people are spending on cakes. And like, if you
my
want to,
friend
by all
spent
means, but like,
5,000 on their cake alone, and it tasted like it cost $10. You didn't hear that from me though.
no, I definitely did not. No, that's, no,
I
I
was
would
like,
rather have like a,
oh, it was so bad. It had like
yeah,
a weird. It wasn't a bad cake. Like the cake wasn't made badly, but it had a weird aftertaste, like a very like chemically fake aftertaste. I was like, ew. I could have made you a better cake. Like,
no, like, and again, no shaded at somebody who wants something different, but
no,
I would
if
rather
you
have it
want that
taste
cake,
good.
go for it. Like, yeah.
But I would be so disappointed with that. Like,
I would be throwing
yeah,
a fit if I was spending $5,000 and the cake ended up turning out.
for $5,000, that better be the best thing I have ever put in my mouth.
It better melt on my tongue. I don't even have to bite it. It just melts.
Right. It's
Like,
yeah. Yeah, but it is
it's delicious.
absolutely delicious. It's underappreciated. Ooh,
Ooh,
red
yum.
velvet red velvet with buttercream. All right. Yeah,
I want
I we had that.
my cousin did like a little tier like you guys did, but instead of like cupcakes, they did cannolis. And I was like, this is awesome. Like,
See,
you
I
just
love
walk
that.
up and
Like,
took a cannoli. It was great.
yeah,
Like,
we
that's so much less fuss than having to have someone cut it for everybody. But
mhm, yeah.
thanks.
Our big thing was like, okay, let's stop and think about why we're doing stuff instead of just like, well, this is the tradition to do.
Yeah,
And like again, some people like tradition, by all means go for it, but we're like, okay, so people are coming to celebrate with us and we appreciate them coming, so we want to feed them. So
yeah.
naturally we want it to be something that people want to eat, and we don't want them to be
And that's
hungry,
not
and we
going to
want
give
it
you
to
food
taste good,
poisoning. Yeah.
right? So we ended up with a taco
As
lady.
someone who went to a wedding and got food poisoning, me and my
Yeah,
dad both
no.
had the same thing and got sick afterwards for like 3 days. It was not fun.
Oh, that is awful. Nobody,
And
uh.
it was prime rib. It wasn't like but it was just I don't know how. Ugh. Yeah, we both got sick for like 3 days after that, and I was like, I don't trust wedding food unless I know the person who's making it. I don't trust it.
No, that's terrible. I'm trying to see if I can find the
Like my one friend did pizzas. They got like a pizza food truck,
uh-huh.
and they made like a bunch of. They laid out whatever like they made like 5 different pizzas, and then they laid it out, and you basically took what you wanted.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so chill and so much less stress.
And yeah, that was the thing. We didn't want all this crazy stress on it. We did Costco pizza for our rehearsal dinner. We did Costco pizza and Costco churros, and we cut them in thirds and got caramel stuff. And we're like,
Churros,
okay,
anything
everybody,
is delicious.
yeah,
Can if you ever do like a renewing of the vows, I'm coming because you have the right idea when it comes to food.
yeah, we will not be doing that. Otherwise, I would be glad to have you. But we're like, oh my goodness, neither of us enjoyed it. My husband had this expectation, like women like planning all this stuff, and you just all know what you want, and so just
Anxiety.
I'm like, I don't throw parties. I no. So we're like, okay, so what do we actually want to do? We want people to have a good time. And then we did board games instead of dancing because neither of us like to dance.
Yeah. The only thing I know I would have to keep, like tradition wise, is my dad wants like the dad-daughter dance if I get married. Other than that,
Okay.
it's and
Uh-huh.
I would want to break it up to like with all my younger siblings because all my younger siblings are boys, so I would want to do a little bit of a little dance with the boys. That's pretty much it. Like my brother
Okay.
and then my younger siblings. Like Other than that, and then there's certain jewelry that every woman in my family wears on their wedding day.
Oh, that's sweet.
Other than that, I don't really care. I care about people being there. Like I wouldn't want to get married without my dad there or my younger siblings or something like that. But the rest of it, I could care less. My grandmother could come for all I care. Like she could do it. I don't care.
Yeah. I always figured my grandmother would come, but she became a little bit more housebound right before the wedding, like right before. We talked about having it when we started wedding planning, we talked about having it in their area so that they could come. And they were like, no, we'll come. And then it just didn't work out. So I was like, oh, well, you can't change it at the last minute, but
it's just that like I've never been married, but I've been in enough wedding parties to see how stressful it is, and I'm like, no, I don't want to.
No, and that was the thing. Like,
not that I'm planning on getting married anytime soon, but like I see all that, and I see I'm good.
Yeah, we scaled it way back on what a lot of people do. I think we had like 60 people there. Not even. I don't even think we hit 60. I think we were like 55. And we're like, okay, you know what?
Yeah. My mom, when she married my dad, she's like, half the people that were there, I didn't even freaking know. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Because everybody was like, you'll disappoint this side of the family. Like, because we both come from, like, both sides of my family are Italian. So it's like, you don't want to disappoint this person. I'm like, if you have not talked to said person in like a year, they should not be at your wedding, in my opinion. I don't hate my dad's side of the family, but like they don't keep in touch with me, like the extended side. So I'm like, why would like if I ever get married, why would I invite them? I don't think they're bad people. We share a
Yeah. Sleep well, Snazzy.
I don't know. It's just the whole thing.
But no, I'm with you.
When my cousin was getting married, she was like, my dad's getting upset because I'm not inviting my mother, my stepmother's yada yada yada. I'm just like, but you don't even know them, so who cares? Who cares? Like, don't.
Yeah, we had to do that too, because my husband's mom's family, just my mother-in-law's side of the family is like 106 people.
Yeah. We both have huge. I tried to explain this to Greg. I said we have huge sides to our family, but like the people that I keep in touch with is very minimal.
Yeah.
And that's nothing bad towards anybody, but like, why would I invite someone I haven't seen since I was 12 to my wedding?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I told her. I gave her that rule. I'm like, if you haven't talked to a person in over a year or two, they should not be invited to your wedding. Like she was stressed out because they had so many people that were like invited, and I'm like, but we haven't talked to these people since we were teenagers, and we're in our 30s. Why?
Right.
I don't understand. That's a mouth to feed.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't care about these people, or if you haven't talked to them in forever and you're not looking to reconnect with them on your wedding day, it's just it's.
That's why, like, I love the idea of like having family cook food. Because honestly, I'd rather have like home food. Like, if I ever got married, I would want to have like spaghetti and meatballs because that's like my comfort food. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, but trying to do that for 200 people, that's anxiety inducing. No thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's at least with spaghetti and meatballs. If you have a good Italian place nearby, I guess you could have, it prepared ahead of time. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, preparing it ahead of time so that
spaghetti sauce. I feel like it tastes better if you make it and let it sit for a couple days. In my opinion,
that is very true. It's 3 days in,
so, like,
it's
make it like 2 days before and let it sit, and then go on your merry way.
Yeah, one of our things is we didn't want our mothers bustling around trying to make everything happen, and then we're like, okay, well, that's a bummer. Like, even if it can be sort of done ahead of time, but that's how we ended up with the taco truck. We're like, okay, I'm bringing an apron so that I will not get it all over my wedding dress because I do not want to have to get
Yeah, I'm
Outdoor
a
things.
klutz, and I'm like, me and white don't get along too well because I drop stuff on myself. Like, no. Maybe wear like red so it doesn't look like I dropped anything on me or something. I don't know.
There we go. There we go.
I'm not opposed to
Yeah.
wearing white. It just does not agree with me because I'm a klutz.
Yeah.
That's
I thought
basically it.
about, yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not doing a $5,000 wedding dress. And I was like, okay,
No.
this is still feels, I think I spent $500 on my wedding gown, which still felt like a lot.
Yeah.
Which
My
is
mom
apparently
spent
not much.
200. Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
like, she got it from like a thrift store.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was like $40 to like hem it in, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, that's great.
And that's when I actually have my mom's wedding dress. I have it in my
Oh.
closet because she wants me to, like, if I get married, she wants me to sew a piece of her wedding dress into whatever dress I decide to get married on.
Oh, that's
So
really
I
nice.
technically have it in the closet over there.
Yeah. My mother made sure to let me know from an early age that I would not be fitting in her wedding dress.
I look at my grandmother's wedding dress. There's no way. She was like a size 4 when she got married. I'm like, there's no way.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a size 4. That ain't happening.
My mother was, I think, under 100 pounds when she got married.
Oh my god.
I was a child the last time I was 100 pounds.
Yes, I probably was 8, maybe.
Yeah. So I knew I was going to be getting a new wedding dress.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not opposed to like wearing a dress that you would comfortably re-wear again. Because the whole thing of wearing it once and just never touching it again just seems strange to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
judge
see that.
anybody who prefers to do that. That's fine. But it's just like, if I'm going to spend that much money, I want to get my money's worth out of wearing it.
Yeah, I can see that. I've seen the people that will take them and then have them cut or whatever into like a formal gown after the fact.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, well, I'm gonna just, maybe not wear it as flouncy later, or
That's what my
have it
cousin did. She
trimmed up.
it was like a 2-parter dress, and you took off the bottom half. It was like a regular length dress once you took off the bottom half. So it was
That's
like 2
cool.
dresses in one. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, I could see doing if you have like a regular dress and then like an overskirt or something.
Yeah. Like I really love like when people change into really, not change, but like dress, those dresses are heavy. So like my friend had like a sequin bodysuit that she wore underneath of it so she could just strip out of it and be more comfortable after she got to the reception. I was like, that's the way to do it. She wore flip-flops and had it like a jumpsuit on. I was like, you're
There you
comfortable
go.
and you can dance and not feel like you're gonna trip anybody on the dance floor.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I did Toms for my wedding shoes because I was like, I'm not tripping over high heels all day.
I would love to wear high heels, but me and high heels don't get along.
That's, discretion, better part of valor.
I wish I had that skill. I do not. I wish I did. My mother has it because she has all the heels on the planet Earth. And I'm just like, I wish I can do like a chunky heel. Like I can do a boot, but I can't do like a sky high heel.
No, it hurts my ankles if I do.
It hurts my feet, like my toes. I put a lot of pressure on my toes when I walk in heels. I can't do it.
Mm-mm.
And I never understood, even back in college, when my friends would shove their feet in shoes that didn't fit them. I'm like, that's just, you're gonna be uncomfortable all night long. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not here for it.
I'm fine with like, one friend wore flip-flops. She was getting married on the beach. She's like, why wear nice heels if I'm getting married on the beach?
There you go.
I
That
was like,
makes sense.
hey, if you're comfortable, you do you. I'm not gonna tell you not to, because I can tell you, growing up on that beach, if you wear heels on that beach, you're gonna break an ankle. Like you're gonna break an ankle. And they look nice, but you end up kicking them off anyway.
Right. Might as well wear something you're comfortable in.
Yeah. I just don't understand the need to like my friends went through that whole thing of like starving themselves before they got the fit in a small. I'm just like, I mean, you do you, but I'm just like, your husband's marrying you how you look now. So what does it matter? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. And nobody else is looking at what size tag is on your wedding dress. So,
And if they are, they shouldn't be at your wedding.
yeah.
Like, I've been like a bridesmaid so many damn times. I can't. I think it's just everybody's like, well, you should be next. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just like, I'm all right. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's okay.
Yeah. You got to be sure like it's the right thing for you, not, just to meet somebody else's checklist.
Greg and I have discussed it, and we're not opposed to it. We're not ready for that now.
Yeah.
Like, we're not financially ready for that because that's a financial commitment. So
yeah, it is. But,
and that's the one plus is I have to say about Greg is like, you realize that you like just like hanging around them, even if you're just in sweatpants, and that's fine. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me getting older. I'm just like, I don't really care. I wish I was like that more in high school when I didn't really care.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about what a lifetime commitment is supposed to be, it's like, oh, hey, I would like for us to continue living our lives together, not
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a romantic fairy tale. I mean, obviously you want to have romantic feelings for your spouse, but that's not the end all be all.
Yeah. You have to be comfortable like being sick in front of a person if necessary.
Right.
Like, is he gonna hold my hair back if I need to puke or whatever? Like,
exactly.
You don't think of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, okay, we're signing up for, for better or worse doesn't mean for all of the Instagram pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny. They're just like, people have backed off now. I think people were on me more when I was actually single and going to all these weddings. And I'm just like, now that I have a boyfriend, no one bothers me.
Excellent.
I'm like, all right. I don't know. Just the weddings are exhausting. Like, even if you're not the one getting married, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Talking my cousin from having a panic attack, and then my cousin's dress rips, and no. And I had bug bites for like 6 months on my arm because gnats were biting us as we were hearing their vows because we were standing outside.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, no.
That was the one part about the wedding that I hated. I was like, I love you, and I'm so happy that you want me to be here, but I'm getting attacked by bugs. And I'm hearing this like as the guys talk, like saying the vows. I'm hearing this slapping, and I look over. My uncle's hitting my arm because my arm was completely black from all the gnats on me.
Oh wow, that's a lot of gnats.
Yeah, and they were like those little like I don't know if you have them in California, but they were like the little green head gnats that hurt when they bite.
Ooh,
yeah, they're these little tiny gnats, but they sting like it feels like a bee sting when they're biting you.
That's terrible.
And me being as pale as I am, like halfway through the reception, my arm just got, because I had so many bites on me, like it would turn deep red. I was like, oh, this is fun.
Oh, that's no good. No.
Yeah. And then poor thing, I could barely hear the ceremony because the waves were so loud.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, the waves were so loud. I was like, I can't, and I was literally right behind her, and I'm like, I still can't hear the man. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know everybody says your wedding day is supposed to be the happiest day of your life.
I feel like the day after is. You're just like, ah.
I'm like, no wedding planning. we can finally be by ourselves with nobody bugging us, and oh look, we've got the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Also, now we're going on vacation. But yeah.
Ooh, that's the best part is vacation. I
Mhm.
feel like the last
Yeah.
wedding I went to before my cousin's wedding, which I thought was awesome. They had these instead of like buying them things because they lived together for a little bit before they got married, and because they were like, we have everything because we lived together for a little bit. You could put an amount of money on a card, and it went towards their honeymoon. So by the end of the wedding, the honeymoon was paid off. I was like, that's genius.
That's great. I like that.
They had like 100 people, and like mine specifically was because it was right after I left my job, so it was like less than I would have preferred to give them, but it helped. Like when everybody chipped in, I think they only had to pay like $100 when they went to their honeymoon in Mexico. I was like, that's genius. Just have them help you pay off your honeymoon. That's a great gift.
Mhm.
Not as much debt when you're getting married.
Oh yeah, no, we were determined. We're like, oh no, we do not want to start our lives together off with a big pile of debt. That's nope.
That's the thing. It's like, I think it's just because we've been told our whole lives our wedding day is supposed to be perfect, and it's just like it never really is, and that's okay.
Nope. It was not perfect. I enjoyed some things about it, but it was definitely not perfect. And oh, my laptop stand does not want to hold. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's not perfect. It's you aim for the best and you aim for good things, and then you're like, okay, whatever.
It happened.
Yes.
That's the thing. But both my parents told me you cannot run away and get eloped because we will be very upset with you. I said, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had like three or four people on my wedding day tell me like it's not too late to back out of this, and I'm like,
oh God.
They weren't specifically saying like, we think there's a problem with this guy. They were just like, last chance. Are you sure? You have not made vows yet, so you can still leave until that point. I'm like, no, I'm
but
sure.
You still, even if you leave, you still have to pay that bill. Like even if you don't get married, someone's got to pay that bill.
I mean, at that point, pretty much everything was paid for. I paid for, I think everything except for like the food was paid for before the wedding day, and then we paid off the last of the flowers and the food on our actual wedding day, and so that was it.
That's smart. So you didn't have a ton of debt going in. That's smart.
No, we're like, okay, let's be realistic about what we can actually afford to pay for this, and if we can't afford to pay for it, we're not doing it. And if somebody doesn't like it, too bad. Nobody complained.
That's the thing. It's like if it makes the couple happy, what does it matter?
Right. And the point isn't to have a big giant party. The point is like, hey, let's celebrate and let's eat together. Like, all right, you came all this way, let us feed you. Let us feed you a good meal. Let's have some dessert. We'll cut a cake, we'll play some games.
And the other thing that I don't understand is why everything has gotten the need to be so expensive. Like I've even been invited to a friend's bachelorette weekend, and I'm like, I can't afford that. Like
it feels
like your bachelorette weekend's in Greece. Like I can't afford that.
Yeah, I feel like it's keeping up with the Joneses. Like there's this idea of, well, this is how it.
Like to me, the gift should be if you're having a destination wedding that people are able to show up. You shouldn't request a gift on top of people paying.
I feel like if you're doing a destination wedding, you're trying to pare it down. You're being like, hey, it's just going to be us and 8 of our closest friends or something like that.
Yeah. When they're divorced now, but my dad's best friend and my mom's best friend got married, so it was literally them, the people getting married, and my mom and my dad. That's it.
Yeah, that works.
That was it. And it was just like, I don't know. It's just like, my one friend is doing, she won't get mad at me, but she's doing like a bookstore crawl instead of a bar crawl for her bachelorette. I'm like, I'm down. Like, that sounds like fun.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
going
is this
to,
stuff you would,
go ahead.
like, is
It's
this
like,
stuff you would actually do?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, you don't really drink, so what would be the point of, not that she's opposed to drinking, but like, you don't enjoy drinking. So like, by the time we leave the second bar, you would be like, I'm tired and I want to go home.
Mhm.
So what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We did
Hey,
the
we have a
rehearsal dinner
bachelorette
in
party,
place.
but I just think it's weird when you expect people or get mad at them when they tell you they can't, because it's not financially feasible at the
Right?
moment to fly across the country.
Yeah. And I think part of it is like, well, I've paid out this much for everybody else's. Why wouldn't you pay out for me? Well, if we stop doing the I'll pay out for everybody else's, then there's no problem with you not doing for me.
Exactly.
Like,
And like, and I'm not talking about anybody that like I've been to their wedding in the past like year or two. This is like
mhm.
someone that's getting married. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing the bachelor and bachelor week in Greece, and I'm like, have you seen this economy, please? Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know. That's yeah. Yeah, it's just it's insane. It feels like they're trying to harken back to, old days when, they think they would have been famous or, you know, fancy landowners or some
I
such
mean, would I
nonsense.
love
You're
to
just
get
like,
married in Italy? Absolutely. But do you think I'll be able to afford that? No.
yeah. Stay for a little while and go on a nice small Italian um, vacation for your honeymoon, maybe. But
Yeah,
no, can you imagine having to try to organize everything
that's a
in
headache.
different currency in another country, possibly with different language?
That was the biggest thing when my dad got married in Mexico. Well, luckily enough, he got married at an all-inclusive resort. So I literally just had to hold up my wristband and they were like, we got you. So like everything was
Mhm.
paid for. But like, I'm like, if we have to go out of the resort, we're kind of screwed. There's no, I don't know. But it was a beautiful wedding. But like,
Mhm.
my dad didn't expect anything. My brother and I showed up. That was the
Yeah,
important part. Like,
yeah, yeah. I feel like I would have a hard time going to a place where I didn't speak any of the language.
I
Um,
spoke a little bit,
okay, yeah. My
and
husband is fluent
I
in
got in touch in love with a drink that they served at the hotel, and I haven't been able to recreate it since.
what was it?
It's called a dirty banana. It sounds worse than it is. It's it's like a banana puree. Um, it kind of looks like, in color, it looks like a pina colada. And then you put chocolate liqueur, rum, and there's chocolate sauce in it. It basically tastes like a chocolate dipped banana. They're
That
delicious.
sounds that sounds good.
Like, I've
Yeah.
never had one until I got, like, I landed and my dad hands me. I landed and I said, "Dad, I'm at the airport." And we get to the hotel and he hands me a dirty banana and I drank them the whole time I was there. I was like, "This is cool."
That sounds good. Yeah. My husband wants to go to Mexico, I think, in the next couple of years. His family's from
He was at
Mexico.
Riviera. My dad got married at Riviera Maya. In Riviera Maya. It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
I don't think we would do any of the full-on
Yeah.
experiences. Like, Caleb wants to be like, okay, he spent summers in Mexico growing up, so he's still got some family there, and
He's the best person to ask it, like, where the little hole in the wall good places are then.
right, yeah, he specifically wants me to try these particular fish tacos that are made in Ensenada, and
Oh,
like he knows where the
fish
stand is
tacos are
kind
my
of the
favorite
same.
thing on the planet.
I don't like fish, but I will try
I
a
know
fish
you.
taco. And he says if I don't like them, then he will take me to get some carne after that.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm like, that's all right, but we got to get passports first.
Yeah, that was the hard part, was coming back, like going through like customs and shit. That took hours. That took like 4 hours. I was like, this
Yeah,
is stupid.
I have been told that that's one of those things you should think about doing at the off-peak hours.
Yeah. And we thought
Yeah.
we would be fine because it was like 7 p.m. by the time we landed, and we were stuck there till like almost 10 p.m. at night. Like, this is
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
And I was like, thankfully I was not alone. Like, I didn't fly by myself. I went with my brother. So like I wasn't by myself. But like I was like, if I was even by myself, and solo traveling, I would have so much anxiety just doing this by myself.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah. Good times would not be had by all.
No.
Yeah.
And then his friend that was picking us up from the airport was driving to the airport and got a flat tire. So we ended up having to call my dad's brother's sister to come.
Oh, wow.
And we were both so tired that we were like, we just go home. I want to sleep.
I feel that. I feel that.
And this is the last thing I'll say about Mexico, but that was the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life. That was the worst sunburn I've ever had in my life. I literally I couldn't put anything on. Everything hurt. I was like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot.
Because I'm pale as all get out, but still, I got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of sunscreen has to be in order, and probably a good aloe plant.
Yeah. And they weren't kidding when they were like, that's a different sun. Like, I wasn't even outside for that long. Like, because I know how pale I am, and I still got fried.
Yeah. Well, we should probably wrap this up, being that it is past 6 o'clock my time.
Did you at least eat yet, or no?
What's that?
Have you at least eaten?
Yes. I had chicken masala. I had it in the freezer because my husband had a work dinner out, and he doesn't do Indian food, so.
I know. But I can't wait to meet you guys and actually have Indian food. I'm so excited. Like, good Indian food. It's
gonna be good.
I haven't had good Indian food since I moved away from home, and I'm so excited.
Lynn finished a One Piece Volume 2 while we were talking, so excellent. Well done.
Thank you for hanging out with us. A good ambience for Lynn.
We will be here next week.
Yes.
Do you have anything coming up on your channel?
Tomorrow I'm having a live stream. I'm starting a series on my channel discussing classics and where to start. My first one, of course, will be about Jane Austen, but I'm going to make it a whole series and talk about different classics. Like, I'm trying to make them less intimidating to people that find classics intimidating.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, so I'm kind of doing like, if you like thrillers, try this classic, or if you like mystery suspense, try this classic, or stuff like that.
Okay. Well, everybody go check that out on Alicia's channel, because that sounds cool. But
tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, I think it's 2 p.m. PST. With the time change, I get messed up.
I think they're D's, not S's.
Okay.
EDT and PDT. But anyway. Yeah.
I always get messed up with time zones.
Right. Anyway. But yeah, 5 o'clock your time tomorrow. 5 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
And 3 o'clock Pacific. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and I hope you
all for
have
letting me join.
Of course. Anytime. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Have a good night.